Okay, call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Nation.
Silence. Seated.
This time, is there citizens' input on agenda items only? Okay, hearing and seeing none, we'll move to some recognized speakers.
So what we had first, extension. Okay. Ethan?
To see you all.
Ethan?
Yeah, I'm just here today to just give you an update on some of the things that we've been working on in the area with our different program teams and everything like that. So first, I'll start with 4-H, which is our most, I would say, one of our more local efforts that are going on. So we're currently up to about 56 traditional members, and we have 35 volunteer leaders in the Northumberland 4-H program, and those members are currently enrolled in equine, livestock, shooting, sports, archery, cooking, computer science, rocketry, and creative arts. So one thing I always say is 4-H is more than just livestock. That's definitely a part of it. That's definitely a big part of what 4-H does across the state and locally. But 4-H over the years has really branched out into art-based, engineering-based, other types of learning programs as well. So I always tell folks 4-H is for anybody who wants to get involved, assuming you're a student. The other things I just wanted to talk about is we've also been working with the Milton Area School District with a healthy snacking 4-H after school program as well. That was back when we did that was about 34 students participating in that as well. And I also wanted to include back in June, we did our Central Susquehanna County's 4-H camp at Camp Levine, where we had local volunteers and students participating in that. If you're not familiar, that's up in Benton. And basically for that camp, we have everyone from every 4-H member who wants to participate from Snyder, Union, Northumberland, Montour, and Columbia counties. So we generally have a pretty big group up there, and it works pretty good. We've also been offering some STEAM programming in the Shamokin and Milton area school districts for their summer day camp programs. That was back in June and July. We had about 140 youth participate in that. And we just finished, not too long ago, I know it's September 2nd, but on August 16th, we had our roundup and member recognition at the Northumberland County Fairgrounds as well, which if you're not familiar, that's when students come in and basically talk about the projects that they've been working on all year, which can be a number of different things from like I said earlier, with the equine to livestock to all sorts of different topics. So it's a wonderful program. So any questions there with 4-H? Okay. Then just next up here is our Master Gardener program, which is also very local. It's a Northumberland County-based program. The most recent thing that we did back in May and August was the Power of Produce event at the Mount Carmel Farmers Market. If you're not familiar with that program, it's an event that we put on to teach folks how to grow vegetables, or more of the benefits of vegetables. And then if you participate in this as a youth, you also get a voucher that you can use at the farmers market itself. So it also encourages people to go buy some local fruits and vegetables. We've also been preparing for our Master Gardener basic training this fall. So if anyone's listening, I encourage folks to sign up for this program, especially if you have an interest in gardening and want to learn more. It's a credits-based program, so it's not just a socializing thing. It's about learning how to do horticulture as a consumer. So it's just a wonderful program. And we also did a Seed to Supper event in Oasis, which I was saying earlier, that is the one where we teach folks how to grow their own vegetables and how to consume and prepare and preserve. And that was back on June 2nd through the 6th. And that's out in Shamokin as well, where we did that. We've been doing that yearly. It's been a really good group to work with. Lots of interest in doing that, and a lot of really willful participants. And one other thing I just wanted to throw in there, there's more information, but I'm trying to get through my stuff here quickly. We had a few volunteers locally go out to our annual Flight 93 Memorial Cleanup. That was back on August 28th. So we have a number of folks here locally, master gardeners, who travel out to Cambria County and help clean up that memorial out there. It's a yearly thing that we do at a state level, but we had some local participation. And I also wanted to just mention our animal science team has also been busy. Our dairy folk, our dairy educator specifically, she just put on a hoof health workshop back in April over in Lewisburg. And I think the most valuable thing that she offers, the meetings are very helpful, but she also does farm visits for dairy farmers locally and helps them improve their milk quality, which hopefully gets them a better product and helps them generate more income. So generally, this last year, I think she's been able to generate about $500,000 with the dairy folks that she's been working with. She covers a large part of the state, but a part of that is really concentrated locally. So that's been a very good thing. And she's also been helping farmers figure out biosecurity plans to prepare, knock on wood, for an HPAI outbreak, which has been affecting dairy cattle in other parts of the state. We're okay here, but, or not other parts of the state, other parts of the country. We're good in this state. So she's been also very busy, and our agronomy educator, Anna, she's been putting on a number of different workshops as well, from Farming for Success Day, she's had her hand in that, to teaching folks how to use our agronomy guide, which, if you're not familiar, is a very thick book, and it's a 6-week webinar on how to use it. So it's one of those things that is incredibly useful, but there's a little bit of a learning curve. So we've been offering that webinar series for folks, and she's also been doing local research. And then last but not least here, we not too long ago hired a new NEA, Nutrition Education Advisor, for Northumberland County. Her name's Catherine Bullington. And she's been offering a number of different events coming up here at the Mount Carmel Adult Community Center, where she's going to be helping older county residents eat healthier on the budget. It's a 4-week series. So far we have 12 participants, may be getting a few more. And then also beginning of next year, she's going to be offering a CSIU 5 Stars program where she's going to be engaging youth and be talking about nutrition, cooking, shopping, and safety. So I think that is everything. Does anyone have any questions?
I have one question for you, Sam.
Sure.
They usually every year at this time, our office staff, mostly Mary and Michelle, would get tomatoes brought in by Commissioner Klebon. But this year, he keeps telling us he can't bring any tomatoes in, that there's a problem with the tomato crop. Is that true, or is he just trying to pull one on us?
I mean, there's always isolated cases. What's going on with you?
There we go.
Are you having
One of
some
the
issues?
biggest problems this year, there were a few, there was some type of a blight going on, and
Oh, yeah.
a lot of us tomato farmers, we had a problem growing and sustaining healthy tomato plants. But my biggest problem was I didn't plant any tomato plants.
Well, that's step number one. You got to plan
That's
it.
a problem with tomato production.
Yep.
Commissioner Shikatana had me so busy doing different things. When it was time to plow, get my rotototer out and do stuff, I didn't have the time to do it. And before I knew it, here it is September already.
There you go.
So,
You should have said something.
mean,
I could have brought some cherry tomatoes along. I'm swimming in cherry tomatoes at home,
Yeah.
so.
But see, I like to plant the San Marzanos,
Okay.
which they make great sauce.
Mm-hmm.
There's very little water content in those, and they're very meaty, and they don't, when you cook them down, they don't cook down. Like if you have your normal tomatoes, whatever. If you have a pot this big, cooks down to about here. But San Marzano's only go down about, so that's my a little lesson on tomatoes and
Yeah.
so on. So next year, I hope to, when
Or
I
you
get,
hear this, listen.
when I get orders to do some things, I'm gonna put them on a back burner and get my tomato plants in, so.
Sounds good.
I'll have them next year.
I
Yeah.
apologize to everyone here for asking that question.
But,
Okay. What?
It appears you won't have any sauce either.
I don't get sauce anymore.
Tomatoes, no sauce.
I don't get sauce.
Buys ragu and that stuff there.
All right,
But-
thanks.
yeah, thank you.
Yep, yep. Next, we have Peggy, who's been here every year that I can remember, does a great fundraiser for the veterans, and I'll let Peggy explain it.
Well, I apologize, first of all, for not being here last month. Stepping off of a bus and face planting, leaving me in a walking boot on one leg and a knee brace in the other kept me a bit immobile. But there's a reason my mother didn't name me Grace, is what she reminds me every day. Yeah, every year, our campground, Sunbury Airport Campground over on the island, our campers do a fundraiser, and we used to kind of rotate around which charities we donated our proceeds to. But for the past couple of years, we've been very specific, because what my campers have conveyed to us is that they wanted to keep the money local. Some of the agencies that we would donate to were national organizations, and we never saw the money trickle back into our area. So way back when, I'm saying probably at least 10 years ago, we began donating to the VA program's emergency fund. And every year, we get a report talking about where that money goes. So I was really happy to learn last year that we helped fill some oil tanks, we helped with actually some veterans' funeral expenses, we helped with housing. So I like to take that back to my campers, because it really helps them open up their pockets and be generous, because the check I'm presenting today from our event back earlier this summer is for $7,257, and that was from 300 participants who just drive around on golf carts for a couple of hours and just donate into the jugs at each one of the stops, and so they're very, very generous to us. And I just did a quick tally. I know we've been doing this for many years, but I only had time to go back 3 years, but this check makes our last 3 years. Since 2023, we donated $20,045 to the emergency fund for the VA. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that, because my campers are very, very proud of that. And this is really them. All I do is get on a microphone at the event and beg people to keep giving us money for the rest of the evening. That's my job. And a little bit of organization, but it's all coming from them and their wallets and their generosity. So I'm happy to present this to you for, again, $7,257.
Ryan, you have anything to add?
They've been great. If it wasn't for their donation, we wouldn't have other parts pass away, but our majority offer this to.
Right, I'm sure you make sure the people who are gaining from this are left known that it's coming from Peggy's group that does this every
Oh,
year.
we don't need that. We don't do it for that reason. We do it because we want them to do their good work for the people that they serve. I don't care about them knowing where it comes from. I just want to make sure that the money gets to them. So.
Francis, do we have a picture? Sure. Okay.
I'm sorry it's not one of those big ginormous checks that really look fun, but I don't think the bank really cashes them.
Ryan,
We going up there? We can move down here. Where we going? You know what moon Sam? Sam's good.
Joe. sure I look good, or we'll take another.
This is Joe.
That would have been a problem. Okay. Thanks again, Peggy.
Thank you, Peggy. Thank you. That's fantastic.
Come on, Nathan. Come on. Oh, that's right, I forgot. So today we're going to have Justin, who volunteered. He's from our grants department. What's the official name? Nothing. Development and Planning.
The Department of Planning and Economic Development is the official name. For those who don't know, I'm Justin Scabry, Plan Coordinator for Northumberland County. I'm going to go over the list of grants that we work on behalf of the county, as well as the myriad of different organizations we help out.
These were brought to our attention this morning, and that's why they're not on the list here, but after Justin and Linda came in and told us all the things, and they're continually doing this, but these are just most recent things that are pending, recent things that were achieved. And I thought it would be good that we read these and let the people know out there what our planning department does. So Justin, would you just go over each one?
Sure. It's a long list, so I'll try to keep them brief. So these are grants that both myself or Linda Sterling work on. The first one is the Northumberland County Courthouse Roof Renovation Project. That's to replace the roof at the courthouse. We're still waiting to hear back from that one. We submit a grant on behalf of the election department to purchase equipment and support staff.
Francis, I'll get you a copy of these too then, if you'd like them.
You got my copy. The Northumberland County Special Conflicts and Public Defender's Office, we applied for a grant to hire staff for part-time.
Oh, Justin, let's go back,
Sure,
because these
please.
are impressive to me. Justin's applying for grants. These are grants that would come from the state and federal government, different organizations. How about just read the amount that either we got or we're asking for?
For the courthouse, the roof project, that is $716,572 that we're waiting to hear back from. The election department is $286,684.51. The Northumberland County Special Conflicts and Public Defender's Office, again, that's to hire staff and equipment. That's $109,962. The Northumberland County Bridge 150 replacement project, is to replace a bridge, pretty self-explanatory, is $371,245. Northumberland County Substance Use Disorder Grant, that's to help individuals who are experience substance use disorder. That was for $595,168. The Northumberland County District Attorney Reentry Program, that's to create a reentry program / plan on behalf of the DA's department. That was for $15,000. The Northumberland Montour Joint Airport Authority facility upgrade, that's to fix up their facility, it's pretty run down, is for $75,701.41. The Northumberland Borough and Point Township Planning Grant, that's to do a joint comprehensive plan between Northumberland Borough and Point Township for $43,000. Marion Heights Borough Maintenance Vehicle Project, that's to purchase a maintenance vehicle on behalf of Marion Heights Borough. That project is underway right now. It's still pending for estimate. The Shamokin Township Public Library renovations, that's to fix up the library interior. That's still in progress right now. Borough of Riverside, they needed a guy rail replaced. That was for $233,115. The Mount Carmel Township Municipal Facility, Mount Carmel Township has several fire departments that they're trying to consolidate together and put under one roof. That was for $35,750. Mount Carmel Township Playground Project, to create a playground for Mount Carmel Township, $60,000. And the Mount Carmel Area Community Center Coat Drive, they host the annual coat drive, which they give out to the public. That was for $5,000. And projects that Linda Sterling's working on or have submitted is the water line replacement project down in the borough of Herndon. That's in coordination with CEDACOG. That was for $1.9 million. Herndon Borough Hall bathroom addition, that's to add an addition onto the Borough Hall, $78,000. Tuberville Borough Road Construction Project, that was for $362,000. That's to replace a road in Tuberville Borough. And finally, the Shamokin Police Station Interior Project, that's for $4,300,000. That's to remodel the interior of the Shamokin Police Department. And that's all the grants we're currently working on. It's a long list, and we've certainly worked on many more in the past. So this is something we do for any municipality or nonprofit that asks us to help. Anyone have questions, concerns?
Say thank you so much, Justin. You're a very humble person, and thank you for coming up to speak today. Not only in addition to all these grants trying to help our municipalities around the county and different projects that we have, he also does all of the planning activities of the county as well. So all those plans he has to approve and help people walk through that as well. So thank you for all that you do.
Justin, did you do a total, I was just trying to approximate.
I
like
didn't add them all together yet.
$7-8 million or something.
A lot of money,
like
yes.
it. Yeah, it's like up and around the $8 million range, or somewhere in there. So it's fantastic, and you guys do a great job, so keep it up. It really helps the municipalities, the citizens of the county, and for vitally needed, building projects, whatever they're doing. So, thank you.
And these are all projects that, again, we don't need to put in taxpayers' money to do. These are all grants and things that we're getting. And Justin works very well with Linda, with CEDACOG, and, to get these things out. But they're very busy, and we appreciate everything they do. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
A motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' public meeting held on Tuesday, August 5th, 2025.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels payrolls as submitted by the Human Resource Office for payroll number 17 in the amount of $728,164.63. Payroll number 18 in the amount of $726,864.57.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels bills as submitted by the county controller in the amount of $5,711,584.02 from August 2nd, 2025 to August 29th, 2025.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye. Aye. Motion carries.
For announcements, a work session will be held on Tuesday, September 16th, 2025, beginning at 10 a.m. in the Commissioners' Conference Room. The next regular public meeting will be held on Tuesday, October 7th, 2025, at 1 p.m. in the Public Meeting Room at the Administration Center located at 399 Stadium Drive in Sunbury. The next Prison Board meeting will be held on Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025, at 11 a.m. in the Public Meeting Room at the Administration Center at 399 Stadium Drive, Sunbury. The Northumberland County Courthouse, Administration Center, and related county facilities will be closed on Monday, October 13th, 2025, in observation of Columbus Day. And reassessment in Northumberland County, an update for Tyler Technologies, which will be holding a town hall meeting on Wednesday, 9/24/2025, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Milton School District High School Auditorium. They will discuss their data collection phase and share with the public what to expect. Please note as they go into each area of Northumberland County, they will hold more town hall meetings to make the public aware. A motion is needed to approve the employee status sheet list of new hires, individuals no longer employed, promotions, demotions, and transfers as item number 1 through 34.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed for the Commissioners to sign the state tax equalization voucher for transfers of real estate for the month of July 2025 as submitted by the Assessment Office.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the following reports. These include the coal royalty report as submitted by the County Engineer, the Tax Claims Bureau report, and the monthly fiscal status sheet submitted by the Weatherization Department.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the Commissioners to execute the agreement for on-site physician services provided by Clearfield Jefferson Primary Care Associates, doing business as Spartan LTC, and Dr. Brandon M. Roscoe, MD, and Medical Director from Du Bois to provide medical evaluation, treatment, and care of inmates housed in the Northumberland County Prison effective 8/25/2025, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to accept the resignation of Megan Weaver from the Children and Youth Advisory Board effective 7/3/2025, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to appoint Cleveland Way to replace the unexpired term on the Children and Youth Advisory Board beginning 8/4/2025 and continuing through 12/31/2026, or until a replacement is appointed, whichever shall come later, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the 2% annual wage increase for the City of Shamokin tax collector, treasurer, and deputy tax collector from January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2029.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the City of Shamokin Tax Collector Treasurer's Office part-time employee to receive a 50-cent per year increase effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2029.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The motion is needed to authorize the Commissioners to execute the cooperative agreement under the IVD with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Human Services on behalf of domestic relations, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the chairperson to execute the following contracts with Port Elevator effective 9/1/2025 to 8/31/2028. This is a ratification. It includes hydraulic drive elevator in the administrative offices and the hydraulic drive elevator in the courthouse.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to authorize the Commissioners to execute the CDBG CV discretionary grant award of $1.5 million and delegation of signatory authority to Justin Scavry, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the grant application for the State Food Purchase Program through the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture for the period of July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026, and this is ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the grant application on behalf of the Board of Elections available through the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, known as the 2025 Election Integrity Grant Program for $286,684.51, and this is ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed authorizing and acknowledging travel requests and attendance at the following workshop seminars as in accordance with the county's personnel manual travel reimbursement policy. These include Area Agency on Aging, BHIDS, Commissioners, and Drug and Alcohol Departments.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the following projects and allocations for FFY 2025 CDBG funding consideration as follows. And do you want me to read the projects?
Do you want to speak at all on these, or are we okay? Are we,
As presented in the public meeting agenda and previously reviewed.
So moved.
Seconded.
on the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the 2020 CV Discretionary Professional Service Agreement of compensation for grant administration and delivery services of $1.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let's go, just to go back, Francis, to 22. That's our CDBG money that we get and we authorize to the smaller communities. It does not include, so you'll notice there's not going to be Sunbury or Shamokin, or it's more the boroughs and the smaller places that we have CEDACOG come in and we decide the projects in those areas. So they're mostly all for, they're not going to be for the bigger cities in the county. Yes?
Two on 23, that motion.
Herndon, yeah,
147 water.
right.
For an administration of a buck.
Yes, yes.
That's buy one, get one free kind of, yeah. That's
Okay.
great. I'm glad we got that money. Now we can do the whole projects instead of doing half of it. And then who knows when the other half will get done. Now it's going to get completed in its entirety. That's
That's correct.
Okay.
beautiful.
Thank you. Anything good?
A motion is needed to approve the collective bargaining agreement between Teamsters Local Union number 764 with the County of Northumberland for the period January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2027, as submitted by the Human Resources Department, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed authorizing permission to advertise the following, which reads proposed closure of Northumberland County Bridge number 124, BMS number 49-7219-0430-0124, which lies on Hollow Road, T-430 between Schwaben Creek Road and Wolf Road and traverses Schwaben Creek in Washington Township, Northumberland County, Pennsylvania, per the county engineer.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. before we get to the solicitor's report, Justin, I'd like you to see that Mr. Garrigan, who is our solicitor, left here and made it back in time before his report was to be read. That shows how great shape he is in. He can join the next cross-country thing with you that
Boston
you're doing.
Marathon.
The Boston Marathon.
No.
The Riverfront Marathon.
Let's not get carried away with the Boston Marathon, maybe the river thing, but yeah.
Okay, our solicitor's report, Mr. Garrigan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Motion to adopt Resolution R32-25. The Northumberland County Chairman is authorized to execute the submission of an application to the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development for funding through the Community Development Block Grant Program as authorized under the Housing and Community Development Act, 42 U.S.C. 5301 and 24 CFR Part 570, and further certifying compliance with the requirements of said program.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R33-25, adoption of the Fair Housing Resolution to ensure compliance with the federal housing law and the Pennsylvania Human Relations Act as submitted by CEDACOG.
Moved.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R34-25, agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports with Northumberland County, between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Human, Senior, and Social Services and the named service providers as listed, numbers 1 through 17. The above agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports are not with county employees, nor does their organizational contract list county employees as principals in their corporation or on their board of directors, with the exception of contracts with CSO, as Controller Grayson is a member of the CSO board.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. That's it.
At this time, we'll look for any old business. Seeing none, is there any new business? And a final opportunity for public input.
Anyone? Okay, we'd like to thank everyone for coming. See you next month. Thank you. Francis, I have your stuff for you. Meeting's adjourned.